Hey, what is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I is, the good doc, Dr. Mike, back again, once again. We're probably one of the craziest foreigner react stories I could ever do. First time to the channel, subscribe, notify, make sure you guys take care of all that. Anything you need to know about the good doc is listed in the links in the description area below. Now, I have no idea how to title this video. Either it's going to be the award for the biggest simp or sucker in the Philippines goes to, or I'm gonna label it something to the effect of I can't stand this Filipina chick to save my life. I don't know. But first and foremost, let me give love and a shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. All right. A lot of you guys don't know this guy unless you lived in the Philippines, but he goes by the name of Rafi Tolfo. This guy here is my idol. All right. He brings people onto his channel or his platform and they tell their stories. Most of these stories are scandalous. If you guys remember maybe about a year or so back, I talked about how the Korean guy got scammed out of millions and millions of pesos by a Filipina. I did some live streams back in season 1 when I was in the Philippines before, but this one, I believe, takes the cake. All right, I'm going to leave the links to the description of these videos in the description. Yeah, I'm going to leave the links to part 1 and part 2 of this particular video in the description, okay? So you watch it. It's probably about 45 minutes long. But again, Rafi Tofel is my idol. By the way, he is the highest paid YouTuber in the Philippines. Just wanted to throw that out there. Guy has a great platform, and 99% of you guys may know him by name, but if you don't speak Filipino, it'll be hard to, or Tagalog, I'm sorry, it'll be hard for you to keep up with his platform. So, fortunately for us, the majority of this particular interview with this guy was spoken in English because he is an Australian individual. Okay. Now, my young lady shot me this story, and she's like, "You have got to watch this." And she was really upset by it. She was really like, "Yo, I can't stand this bitch. You know, she's type of bitch you want to beat up or something like that." She was mad. But I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened real quick. Just wanted to give you the foundation so that you can understand why she was upset. Now, apparently, this guy married a Filipina. In the Philippines, he's an Australian citizen. He came over to the Philippines, married this girl, and moved back to the Australia so that he can work and work and work. All right. So apparently, the girl that he was with was already a single mom. She already had one daughter, and together they have two daughters. So it'll be three of them in total. Now, when he was away, she ends up getting pregnant 3 more times by some Filipino bum dude. Some bum. All right. Now, every single time that she told her husband, because they've been married for 12 years, I want to throw that in there, I forgot, that she was in the hospital because she was very, very sick, she was making the husband pay for the delivery of the 3 illegitimate children. And again, they'll lay all of this out in the story if you listen to it. It is just, it's bad from beginning to end. It's laughable, but it's all horrible. So the girl was trying to pit the family against her husband. She didn't want any of the family to contact him because eventually the truth would come out. So he had a condo with the young lady in the Philippines. She sold that for like 500,000 pesos. She was living in a condo with the guy while her husband was in Australia. It ends up selling the condo for like 500,000, and then she's complaining to her husband, "Oh, I don't have anything, whatever, whatever." And he was still sending her money, to the tune of about, I don't know. He said somewhere in and around 100,000 pesos for the condo loss, and he said about 10 million pesos for the business souvenir shop that he helped set up. So he was in the hole for a pretty decent amount of money. This is why this story overshadows all other stories that I've ever delivered, that Rafi Tofel has ever, told, that I could keep up with. Now, on top of that, let me throw in, because I did forget, that that she was married before he ended up getting with the Australian guy. Or the girl, before they ended up getting married 12 years ago. She was already in a marriage, and he annulled that marriage, or at least he thought that he annulled the marriage, because apparently he sent the money to get the marriage annulled or something to that effect. It's kind of sketchy. You'll be able to hear it if you listen to the entire thing. Like I said, it's about 45 minutes between parts 1 and 2. So Basically, we fast forward. The young lady is trying to save face and all of this stuff. She's trying to tell everybody that her boyfriend is not a bum, that the guy that she's with isn't, he's a OFW, but she fails to produce the paperwork, or he fails to produce the proper documentation to prove that he's an OFW. And that's neither here nor there. But in hindsight, the whole situation is adulterous, and that's kind of why the Australian guy came on to the Rafi Toffel show. He brung his brother-in-law and sister-in-law, basically the brother and sister of his current wife, and they were talking shit about her, how she's deviant, how she's evil, and how she's this and how she's that, and all of a sudden the story is just crazy, and it just becomes a sad, sad, sad situation when you have kids and your wife, while you're away, gives birth to 3 illegitimate children while you're back home trying to work and save money and you know send money to help her every month and do what you're supposed to do. Now, again, is this story really new in the Philippines? Absolutely not. It is not a new story. It is not something that is a dramatic breaking news story, because we know that this shit happens in the Philippines all the time. But I can honestly say that this story, in my personal opinion, it's going to be hard to top this one. That's why I said he has to be the biggest sucker in Philippines history. Okay? It's going to be hard to top this one. Let me do a recap. Basically, he helped his wife get an annulment, or at least he thought he did. Bought a condo. While he was away, the wife sold the condo for some money and went living somewhere else. He gave her money to set up a souvenir shop to the tune of about 10 million pesos, and then he kept sending money every month to stock it. So he's in the hole for a pretty decent chunk of change. On top of that, his wife gives birth to 3 illegitimate children, which, in hindsight, the husband pays for the delivery of these 3 illegitimate children. Basically, she was just telling them that he was sick, and every time that they would do video call, she would refuse to show her body to him. She just was like, no, you can't see me, whatever, whatever. So, I'm suspect. And I think he was suspect too. And this led him to come to the Philippines on a surprise trip. And when he went to the condo that he thought he owned, that's when he realized the condo was sold. When he finally gets in touch with the girl, come to find out she's got 3 illegitimate children. Fathered by some bum-ass Filipino dude. No disrespect to Filipino guys. I'm just saying, it was a bum dude. You trying to make this guy look better than he is, but he's a fucking bum. They were living off of this foreigner's money. And again, am I telling you that this story is anything new? Absolutely not. But I'd be damned if you found a story that can top this one. The only other story that could top this one was when the girl faked her kidnapping. And even then, I kind of feel that one falls short. But it's damn near close. When that girl, you guys remember the thing from the live stream where the girl basically faked her kidnapping to get her husband to pay and all that other stuff. Yeah, that was pretty close. But this one here, having your wife of 12 years, deliver 3 illegitimate children, plus the 2 you have, plus the stepdaughter that you have, and all these kids. I never understand when foreigners will ever learn, guys. I mean, I will never understand when these guys are ever going to learn. I mean, I don't get it. I would never marry a Filipina and just leave her. And apparently what was supposed to happen was she was supposed to come over there on the visa, but she kept delaying the visa. She kept saying, oh, I can't come right now. My father's sick. She was making excuses why she couldn't come to Australia. Then she would promise to come to Australia, but then never come to Australia. So she kept dragging it on as long as she could until eventually she gets found out. And again, she tries to save face. Some of it is in Tagalog, most of it is, but Rafi Toffel does his best to try to translate into, English for us, so that makes the story pretty much easy to follow. So I want you guys to make sure you check out the videos that are linked in the description, and I just have to I have got to literally hear what you guys got to say about this one, okay? I am, I am all ears, guys. I am all ears. Again, we could talk about, oh, he's a dumb simp and all of this stuff. Yeah, man, it goes without saying, but can you imagine how messed up that make a person feel inside? Knowing that your wife for 12 years, and like I said, he probably met her and married her relatively quickly. No different. Like, I would call it a shotgun wedding without it being a shotgun wedding. you know, he met her and kind of married her and tried to get her to Australia. She didn't come, whatever it may be. Now to come to find out, she's got all these damn children and she's dealing with some bum ass dude, and they're living off of your money. It seems like a sad story that's repetitious, but this one is basically on a whole nother level. I just wanted to give you a quick recap of the story. If you guys want to check it out, it's listed in the description. Like I said, guys, it's just too much for me to take. My heart can't take this, man. Because my heart breaks for people who are dumb. And I don't want to say it was dumb. I'm just saying that he just didn't think this one through at all. To me, I would never mind. You guys let me know what you think, because I already know what I would do. I already know how we could rectify the situation. So I mean, we could look for differentiating conclusions, but we pretty much know how the story could have ended. But we know how it did end. And Raffy Twofold is awesome. That is my conclusion. It's my favorite Philippine YouTuber of all time. Better than Dasovich, better than the Fighter Boys, better than all these guys. Raffy Twofold takes the cake, man. Better than any Philippine celebrity with a freaking YouTube channel. Because my girl, she sent me a list of the highest paid Philippine vloggers and stuff, or Philippine YouTubers. Oh, Raffy Twofold takes the cake, bro. Oh, Raffy Twofold is great. If you are not familiar with his channel, his 8 million plus subscribers, yeah, you should check out why people listen to his channel and watch these videos, okay? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, man. And tell me whether you think it could get any worse, okay? That's kind of what I'm working for. Could you see this? Could you come up with a worse or even, horrible situation than this guy's going through, based off of what I told you or based off of the videos, okay? Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. Shout out to Raffy Twofold, man. I want to be on this channel so bad it's ridiculous. I just want to go up in there and just talk shit. That's what I do for a living. All right, ladies and gentlemen, has been fun, has been real, but the good dog is officially out. At least na copa alam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.